Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty78609, and I am on a roll this morning. I'm taking a little drive this morning. Why? Because I just want to get out and about and see the world. I just came through Hondo, New Mexico, and I'm headed towards RUIDOSO on Highway 70. Nice highway, kind of winds around through the mountains, and I'm not sure if we're on the Apache reservation or not. I think we probably are, but enough said about that. And so what can I tell you this morning of just great interest in whatever. Whenever you're out RVing or whatever you're doing, even if you're at home and living in a sticks and bricks or whatever you want to call it, every now and then just hop in the car and take you a little drive. There's nothing wrong with that. Besides that, it kind of gives your mind a chance to ventilate away from the TV and the computer and all the other crap. So I'll tell you a story. Years ago, I was living in Round Rock, Texas. I was driving around looking for a cheap place to rent. And I was driving around all these little back roads and stuff because I was thinking, somebody might have a little building, that was used as a place for their kids to stay when they were at home. Or maybe there was a RV or something to rent. So anyway, I was just driving the back roads in an area where I wouldn't mind living. And I saw a little building, a one-room building that looked nice. I mean, it was just that was it, just one room, and had power going to it. And I thought, hell, I could live there. And so I did. I went up and knocked on the door of the house, and the lady came to the door and she said, could I help you? I said, yeah. I said, I've been out driving around. I'm a single guy, and I'm just looking for a place to rent. And she said, well, what makes you think we got something? I said, well, I saw that little building out there, and I said, even if it's vacant, I can put a bed in there and whatever I need to live in. She said, well, son, I don't know what to tell you. She said, that's a chicken coop. Damn. Oh, the life I've lived. But anyway, we're coming into San Patricio now, which is a nice little town. It's actually a very nice little town. I looked at it too as a place to have a home base, but it's not quite up in the elevations where I want to be. A little too warm in the summers. But it's not bad, and it's really convenient to RUIDOSO. RUIDOSO shows to be 22 miles, and the next town from here is Glencoe. But San Patricio, the town, is off to the left, so we're not going to actually drive through it. This Highway 70 kind of bypassed it and put everybody out of business. I was thinking about RVing too. A lot of people, think that they want to sell their home and their sticks and bricks because it's too big. They're paying a lot of money, and that's all good logic. Nothing wrong with that. And go live on the road. But you might want to take a look at what you got. Of course, RV. You might want to get something just to go take a trip every now and then when you get the quote itch, like I do. But full-time RVing, who knows, man? It's what I like it, because it's just become a way of life for me. I couldn't even live in a house anymore. But for those of you that are on the fence, getting near retirement and stuff, I would say first thing, get you something really inexpensive that's easy to tow and go try it, because the only difference is going to be you'll be towing a larger unit. That's it. Probably. Or you might stay with a smaller unit if you're smart. New Mexico. I'm only about, 80 miles or so from the Texas border from here, maybe. Yeah, I'd say about 80 miles. Not too far. When I go back, I'll go through Hondo the same way, but I'll turn left. Actually, I'll go another way and go into Texas and be not too far from Denver City, because there's a campground there. And then if that one falls through, I can go to Brownfield, and if that one falls through, I guess I'll just stand out on the road and look at the sky. I don't know what I'll do then. Pretty area, folks. I do like this. This is a pretty drive for me. No traffic, or very little. I mean, hell, you can see there's no cars coming either, or there's none behind me and nothing coming in front of me. Here comes one. I mean, they paid him to be here. Just driving and talking. That's me, guys. I can do these videos all day long. I told you about what happened on my money for the month of July. Really weird, man. You know, in June was when my channel was screwed up. I had to start another channel, and then you know, they got it working, and then in July I got paid for June. Okay, I thought, well, we're good there. Well, then in August I didn't get paid for July, so I called them and they tell me I'm part of a network. And I said, well, how in the hell did I get to be part of a network? And they said, well, you must have signed up with somebody. I said, man, I ain't signed up with anybody. So anyway, upon further check, something happened during that conversion. And anyway, a guy, I think I mentioned in the comment call, a guy didn't call me, but he sent me an email that, yeah, they had my money. Now, what are they going to send? He said they'd send it back. I had to give them a way to send it, but I sent them my PayPal account, and we'll see what happens. But I give that at best a 50-50. And I mentioned this morning that you can deny access to a network, but it takes 30 days for that to implement that. But for that network to come in from nowhere and attach to your channel takes nothing, just a second. I don't know quite how that works, but I'm learning. I've been doing this for about 8 years now, 7 years, and it just seems like the higher up the berry tree you go, the more you find out. I like drives like this. I mean, when I'm towing my RV, that's probably one of the most enjoyable parts of it for me. Arriving at a destination is okay, but the travel, the journey is, you know, seeing all the different sights, different trees, different environments. You know, that it's just, you know, like right now, I'm just amazed. I'm checking out all the trees and stuff. And even I look at the houses and buildings and stuff that people live in, and the people themselves. And yeah, I'm nosy as hell, you know. Well, not nosy. I think you would call that curious. And that's not all bad. You just don't want to stick your Pinocchio nose too far into somebody else's business, particularly if they're doing some bad business. Yeah, you get out around Big Bend. I lived out there on the Terlingua Ranch for a couple of years. You start walking around there in Terlingua, the ghost town, and start asking a lot of questions, you're not going to be very popular. And particularly if you go to that American Legion and start asking questions. Because I lived about a mile from the American Legion off Highway 118 from Alpine to Big Bend. Yeah, I'd go down there and drink beer every now and then. Yeah, they all, not all of them, but several of them had fully automatic weapons, and they'd fire them at 50-gallon drums in the back. Yeah, I hear you. Nice group. No, they were very nice. A lot of Vietnam veterans, and you know, they just never quite got out of country, you know. We're at mile 276 on Highway 70, going from Hondo to RUIDOSO. I see all these little houses around out here in the middle of nowhere, and I ask myself, how in the world did they end up there? And the only answer I can come up with is that they must have been working for a rancher, and the rancher built a house for them or for the help, and somehow they ended up living there. I don't know. Or maybe it's the sons and the daughters and so forth of the ranchers. I don't know. But it is, some of them are in beautiful locations. Temperature here shows right now to be 85, and it is 10:04 Mountain Time. That's why I'm not here. And in in Capitan right now, it's probably 74, maybe. this go a while. It's a pretty drive. There's a Verizon cell phone tower right off to the left over there if I don't run off the road. This is Glencoe. It says Glencoe Distillery Tasting Room. I want to go over there and taste some of that. Welcome to Glencoe, New Mexico. Glencoe, Glencoe. A lot happening here in Glencoe today. Nothing. Devil's Canyon Road. I always wonder why they name stuff like that. What do? They see the devil down there or something? Yep, we're on a 4-lane highway and there's a guy right on my bumper. I mean, why don't he pass? Well, here he comes now. Glencoe Loop. Glencoe Loop. Well, I'm driving 50, and the reason I'm driving 50 is it's a 4-lane road and people can pass me if they want to. The speed limit's probably 65. No, actually it's 60. I just now see a sign. Here comes some motors. This would be a great place to ride a motorcycle, and here comes 3 of them right now fixing to pass me. Yeah, this would be a good place to have a convertible or a motorcycle and cruise around on these cool afternoons or mornings. Could I do that? Sure. Do I want a convertible? No. Do I want a motorcycle? No. I like the air conditioning and comfort is fine. I had a little convertible one time, a little Bug-Eye Sprite, Austin Healey Bug-Eye Sprite, 1960 model, I think. Sold it for a lot of money. Won it in a poker game. In college. I was in college. Guy he was owing me about $200. And he said, man, he said he didn't have $200. He came from a pretty wealthy family, but apparently he'd already used up his allowance. And he said, you like that Bug-Eye Sprite I drive? I said, man, hell yeah, I do. I've been telling you that for a long time. He said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll trade you my Bug-Eye Sprite for your 61 Falcon station wagon, and we'll call it even. I thought, fella, you just got you a 1961 Falcon station wagon, because the one I had was junk. I mean, it didn't have a back window. The muffler had fallen off, and I just put it in the back of the station wagon in case I got stopped. I'd just tell them it just fell off. Yeah. I was going to St. Mary's University, which was a private university, mostly wealthy kids other than me. I was working my way through on the GI Bill and everything else I could get. And sometimes I'd be parked between 2 Corvettes. Yeah. And the fraternities and sororities always got the tests in advance, so they always made good grades, because all they had to do was study the test. But that's okay. What I found out was, yeah, they got through all right, but they didn't learn anything. They forgot step 2. So they started off pretty good in business, and then they just went right down to the bottom. And old Rusty came up then. Not too far, but I did all right. Pretty, isn't it? What a nice drive. No hurry. Again, I'm going about 50 miles an hour. And again, I don't know why people get behind me and stay there. The left lane is wide open. But anyway, that's just a little thing I noticed. I mean, I don't think anybody likes for somebody to be tailgating them, you know what I mean? I don't know why we don't. It doesn't cause any problems other than they're just there. This is kind of the back way coming into RUIDOSO, or another way. There's a fruit stand. I could go over and get some peaches and watermelon and cantaloupe, but I'm not. There's the Buckhorn Loop. exciting? I mean, I'm sure most of y'all are just in stitches or chilled. I mean, you just can't believe all this excitement. This could be a National Geographic documentary. Could be, but it ain't. Not far. We'll let it go a little while, guys. I can't see how long it's gone. I like about 20 minutes, about as far as I like to go. Why? Because I run out of, I'm not saying anything anyway, but I run out of nothing to say. This right here says elevation 6,000 feet. All right. You know, I remember when I was taking flying lessons around Victoria, Texas. Hell, we'd fly at 6 to 10,000 feet taking lessons. And a little old Piper, no, what was that thing? I can't remember what it was called. It was a two-seater thing, trainer thing. Piper, I want to say Cherokee, but I'm not sure that's correct. Tomahawk, Piper Tomahawk, Piper Cub Tomahawk. That old brain cell was way back there. I had to dig that one out. If you go to the races in Ruidoso, always look for the three-legged horse. Yeah, they bring the horses in front of the stands before they take them over to do the race. So you've got time to view the horse or the horses in that race, and then go place a bet. You know, if you have to have a visual look at the horse that you're going to bet on. I bet on number 4 horse one time, and I thought, man, if he places anywhere, it'll surprise me. But the jockey had on a pink shirt and a yellow vest. They got a cave over here. It says Fox Cave. I didn't know that. Entrance. I guarantee you, if you go to the cave, it's going to cost you $20. Getting close. There's an RV park on the left. I don't see a sign. There it is. It says Rivers Ranch RV Park. Packed. I mean, it's packed. Boy, it makes Mama Bear look pretty good. Mama Bear RV Park in Capitan. And I guarantee you that place isn't $185 a month. It'd be more like $485 a month. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video now, or shortly, as soon as I get around this curve, I guess. Isn't that pretty, though? Don't you like just taking a nice drive on Sundays? On Sunday morning, nice little Sunday morning drive, cruising around. I'm going a little less than 50 miles an hour now. 4-lane highway, don't have to worry about people passing and getting mad. Hardly any traffic. Beautiful, crystal clear sky, or whatever you want to say. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, it's a beautiful day. But anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission, and it doesn't cost you 1 penny. For those of you that have used it, thank you very, very much. Also, drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. Help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and help you lose weight. What else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in really deep. Hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and that lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Yes. Do it several times a day. You'll never regret it. And what else? Stretch, walk, exercise your body once or twice a day. You'll never regret that either. And what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind, folks. Because if you let in a lot of negative crap, you're going to pay a hell of a price. But anyway, accentuate the positive and eliminate eliminate the negative, and enjoy your life one day at a time, and take you a Sunday drive or a Monday drive or any day drive you want to every now and then, just to see how the other folks live. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.